Hey friends, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. It is yet again another dark and gloomy day. I don't know how long this streak has gone by. Maybe go back to all of my other videos and see how long it's been since I've had a brightly lit video, because I can't even remember. But anyway, we are starting off today's video in the bathroom. I just got ready for the day. I am having a day in my life vlog, if you haven't figured that out by now. And yeah, I don't want to share my skincare routine with you because I've shared it so many times in the past and it's pretty much the same. I did add something new to my routine. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have been breaking out a lot lately. I have no idea why. I have no idea what the reason is, but it's driving me crazy and I finally decided to do something about it. So I got a product from Coco Kind, which is a brand that is very new to me, but I have been seeing it all over the internet, so I was intrigued. And I got the probiotic acne serum. So it's basically a serum that targets, you know, acne, pimples and stuff like that. And so I've just been applying this to my face 2 times a day, and it has been incredible. Not sponsored whatsoever, I paid for this, but it has definitely been clearing out my pimples like overnight, which has been incredible. Yes, I'm wearing a pimple patch in case you were curious, but yeah, I just wanted to share this new product I've been trying out. I got dressed for the day already. I have, you probably can't see, I have set active leggings on in Onyx. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the color. And then I just have my thrifted Dickies flannel. This is a men's fit, by the way. Everybody asked me about this shirt. It is a men's fit. I just got it in like double XL or XL. And yeah, it fits perfectly oversized. And I also have this necklace combo. It's one necklace, but it's got 2 chains on it. And that is from Ana Luisa. So yeah, that's a fit for today, and I'm gonna go make some breakfast, so come along with me. All right, as you can see, I have my toast. I kind of have my whole laptop set up here in the kitchen. I like to start my days in the kitchen and then gradually move over to the office just for like a change of scenery, and I like having my breakfast at the kitchen table. You already saw what I put on my toast. It is a combination of vegan butter and blueberry jam. It has been my recent obsession. You know all about that if you're following me on my other YouTube channel, The Conscious Root. The quote on my vitamins says, "The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any." That's by Alice Walker. So I know I've talked about morning routines on this channel before, but I think I am already ready for like a morning routine rotation, just because I've mentioned this before, but I usually read a digital tarot and I check my Fitbit stats like first thing in the morning while I'm having my breakfast, have my vitamins, of course, that's still part of my routine. But I haven't been gravitating towards, you know, picking up my phone, checking my Fitbit, checking the tarot card and stuff like that. It just isn't vibing with me right now, and I just can tell that it's something that I'm forcing onto myself rather than actually wanting to do it. So a rotation is in order. I have no idea what I want to add to my new morning routine. I'm thinking along the lines of like no screens whatsoever. Just, you know, going straight into my skincare routine, getting ready for the day, and maybe picking up a book and reading for a little bit. I know I've mentioned this before, but I really want to focus on no screen time rather than, you know, a little bit of screen time, just because my entire day is in front of a screen and it's just, I think it's taking a toll on me. I've been feeling really exhausted and my eyes have been feeling really strained. And it's always when I'm looking at a screen. Whenever I look away from a screen, if I take a break and I look at, you know, outside or something, my stress just completely goes away. I think I'm gonna prioritize no screen time and reading time so that my eyes can focus on something else that's not a screen. Let me know if you understand what I'm talking about with the whole eye strain thing. I feel like that's a common thing these days because every single thing that we're doing is always on a screen. I realize like when I'm doing my yoga, when I'm exercising, even when I'm doing things that aren't necessarily screen related, I'm still looking at a screen because I look at like a workout routine on YouTube or something. I just went to grab my journal, which is always part of my routine. and also to see what I am doing for today. Also marking off my habit trackers, which I've talked about so many times before. This week's habits are body movement, which I have been really good about this week. I'll talk about that more later. Water intake, have also been good on that. No takeout, I kind of slipped up yesterday. And then posting on TikTok, which I have also been doing quite all right on that. For today, I have this video being recorded and edited. And I think I also have to finalize my blog post for tomorrow, which is going up on PIESNPROSE.com. That blog post is a monthly favorites, which is something that I always do every single month in the first Friday of each month. So let me just write that down. And then in terms of meetings, I have 2 meetings today. I actually have one in like 10 minutes, and then I have one at the end of the day. So a good set of things that I have to do today. It's going to be fun, and I'm excited to take you along. I just made coffee, and I've been walking around using these, but I'll tell you about them a little bit later, because I am late for this meeting.
We were, I think so. It's just not a test.
Logan totally coordinates his meals with me. I don't know how he does it. So if you hear him, or if you hear weird noises, it's him. But I've got my lunch. It's lunchtime. I'm very excited, very hungry. I've been really hungry these days. I just have some takeout. It is basically garlic broccoli with potatoes and then like a vegan meatloaf. Pretty sure that they use Beyond for the meatloaf. And then I just put a teeny bit of vegan sour cream to go with my veggies. And I'm so excited for this. Oh my God, that was delicious, but now I'm so full. I don't even want to move right now. So while I'm digesting during my lunch break, I figured we can just sit and chat for a little bit, and I can give you some updates on what's going on in my life. Also, feel free to tell me about any updates that are going on in your life. I would love to know what you guys are getting into, especially as the seasons are changing and we are in spring, even though like yesterday, the high was 30 degrees. It was so cold here. And now today, the high is like 70 degrees. Very strange. I did want to give an update on the house because I have been talking about it quite a bit on my Instagram. We've been making progress with just furnishing and finishing up the house, finishing up rooms and stuff. Way back when I first started doing vlogs that revolved around the house when we first moved in here, I mentioned that I wanted to do room by room, finish up room by room, make one big purchase a month so that it wouldn't be super expensive buying a bunch of things all at the same time, and we'd be able to take our time and move slowly through the whole furnishing process and really enjoy it. And that's exactly what we've been doing. The living room is kind of almost on the other end of being finished. In the beginning of the year, it had no progress, and now we just need a few more final big pieces in there before we can start like decorating and finishing it up. So I'm super excited. The last thing that we just purchased, which was a big purchase, was the chandelier. There is like no central lighting in the living room area. It's always been lit by like lamps and stuff like that, and I just don't like the vibe because it takes up a lot of floor space whenever you have lamps. And we had 2 huge IKEA lamps that we brought from the apartment, and of course they're incredible, they're lovely, but it was taking up a lot of floor space and I didn't like that. It made things a lot more cluttered. So the chandelier makes things look a lot more clean, a lot less cluttered, but it also makes the living room look a lot more cozy, and I just feel like more homey. I don't know, there's something about the chandelier that makes the room feel like a room that you can kind of sit and feel comfortable in. So the chandelier, it is a 3-bulb chandelier. I've been talking about it all over on Instagram, so I'm not gonna get too detailed on the chandelier, but I'm obsessed with the chandelier. It's so pretty. But the next thing that's gonna happen in the living room is getting wall shelves, and I think the wall shelves are going to be the final bit. Of course, I wanted to get a new coffee table, but the coffee table kind of looks really nice right now, so I'm not really purchasing that right now. And I also want to get a drink table, which, if you didn't know what a drink table was. It's basically a table that is small enough for one drink. And while that might sound ridiculous, it kind of makes sense in the living room right now because our coffee table is small in that half of our couch can reach the coffee table, but the other half of the couch is kind of too far. So having a drink table on the side would kind of make more sense, especially when I'm grabbing my drink in the evening. But anyway, yeah, so those are the final things that are coming together. The wall shelves, once I put those wall shelves in, once I find the wall shelves that I want to put in, I'm gonna start putting in decorations, which is so exciting. It'll finally start feeling like a furnished room, and it is the biggest room in the house. So I'm excited about that. Another thing that we're working on that I can't really talk about too much is perhaps dabbling in some paint and wallpaper stuff. Again, I can't really talk about it, but I'm super excited about the idea of possibly using paint or wallpaper to, you know, refresh a room. Maybe the office, because I feel like the most eclectic room in the house right now is the office, so it would be really cool to put wallpaper in there or something. I don't know. It's all just brainstorming, at least when it comes to the paint and wallpaper, but that would be really exciting to experiment with. I talked about this in last week's video. The last week's video was a huge video just dedicated to plants. But plants are going to be a huge thing in the house because they are going to be my main form of decor. I know plants are not decoration, but they really help fill up a room, and I would like to fill up all of the rooms, maybe all of the rooms, with plants. So that's going to be a huge house update thing, and it's going to be a personal challenge for me. That's a goal that I talked a lot about in last week's video if you're interested in planty type stuff. But that's another home thing that I'm really excited about. And now that the seasons are shifting and it's starting to get warmer, I've been thinking about it a lot. And I think it's time. I think it's time to get started. Time to go to nurseries and scope out what I'm going to put inside the house. Oh man, I am so full. I thought I wasn't gonna be full, but I am so full. Another thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of just like general updates and stuff is fitness. I have been adding a lot more of body movement into my routine, much more than I have in the past few months. Not on purpose. It just happened to go about that way. And if you were here since the beginning of the year where I talked about my 2022 goals, I mentioned that body movement in general is a big goal for me. Nothing too intense. I don't want to put a restraint on myself by saying I need to work out every single day. I just want to take care of my body. I just want my body to feel good. And my body feels good when I dedicate some movement time for it. I've just been enjoying going on the bike, on our cycling bike, indoor cycling bike a lot. It's just been a lot of fun. And I feel like in the past, getting up and doing my body movement for the day would be a little bit of a strain, would be kind of like, okay, I gotta hype myself up to do this, but now it's sort of just part of my routine. Yeah, it's just been changing a little bit, and it's been changing for the better. Speaking of fitness, I mentioned this earlier in the vlog where I was like running to a meeting that I was actually like 2 minutes late for. These weights that I have on my ankles, I'm not gonna pull my ankle up all the way up here. Let me just take it off so that you can see. These have been the latest addition to my fitness routine. These are Bala weights. I think they're called Bala bangles, but essentially they're adjustable weights. It has like a Velcro and it's stretchy and stuff like that. And they're just 1 pound. And so you can put them on your wrists, you can put them on your ankles. I put them on my ankles, and they can be part of your fitness routine. I know a lot of people use these for yoga. I tried it with yoga once, it was really good. Some people use these when they go out for their daily walk. And for me, because I don't go out for a daily walk, I just add these to my ankles in the morning when I'm like getting ready, and I just walk around the house all day long. It's really cool because you don't even notice that they're on because they're just 1 pound. They just give the slightest bit of change to your routine, but it's a routine that I kind of like because again, it all falls into that whole fitness thing. I know a lot of people were interested about these on my Instagram. I'll put a link in the description box so you can grab a pair for yourself. The color that I have is sand, if you're interested. All right, I've yapped your head away. I just have one more thing to talk about, and I feel like it would be kind of weird to not mention this in this week's video. It is my name change, the name of the channel and the name of all my social media handles. They may have seemingly abruptly switched overnight, and that's sort of what happened, but obviously if you're watching this video, you're watching it on the Slow Morning Diaries channel. It was formerly PIESNPROSE. I created PIESNPROSE back in 2016. This was back when I was in college. I was getting my creative writing degree, and I was also doing a baking side hustle at the time. And so pies came from the baking part, the prose came from, you know, my love for literature. And yeah, I made a blog, and back then I was really interested in posting about photos of my baking and just like baking tips, tricks, hacks, and stuff like that, as well as sharing like book reviews and stuff about books and just personal ramblings and writings and stuff like that. And it quickly transformed into Bookstagram once I got onto Instagram. And then, you know, it took on a life of its own. Obviously, I don't post about those things anymore. I don't have a baking side hustle, and while I like baking, I'm actually not even a sweet tooth person anymore. So my life has just shifted. I've talked about this before, but we all go through life stages, and 2016 me is so much different than 2022 me. So I felt like a name change was in order, especially because I want it to reflect what I'm actually posting online. So that's why I came up with Slow Morning Diaries. I had like 50 plus names that I had in mind. And then I ultimately did a poll on Instagram so that I can hear what other people thought about my usernames that I came up with. And this was actually the most popular one that got voted for. So yeah, we went with Slow Morning Diaries. I hope you like the new name. A lot of people have been showing me support on Instagram, and I greatly appreciate that if you're from Instagram and you're watching this. But yeah, that's the name change. Nothing too serious, nothing too dramatic. I just felt like I needed a handle that reflected what I'm actually posting online. And I feel like Slow Morning Diaries is something that I can hold on to for a very long time, because it just reflects not just a specific thing, but also just a general lifestyle that I'm trying to live by, if that makes sense. That's what's up with the handle change, if you were interested. And if you have any questions about it, let me know in the comment section. So I wanted to end this video off by sharing my spring bucket list with you and kind of crossing off the things that I've done so far. Sorry if the camera's shaky, hopefully it's not, but I thought it would be fun to kind of cross things off together. And hopefully, maybe if you didn't know, I have this spring bucket list like as a free Notion template, and it's always in the description box if you want to get it for yourself. I put all of my ideas into it. And yeah, you can totally steal my ideas and have the best spring ever. Let me go through these and see what I've done so far. So I've already put some things in the done list before I even put this Notion template out there, which was visit a farmer's market, do a road trip, get brunch, and watch the sunset. I wanted to wear cozy clothing and have a slow morning / afternoon / evening. Still in the process of figuring out when I'm gonna do that, because I've yet to do that. Start preparing for planting. I have been doing that, so I'm going to put that in the done section. Try a new iced beverage. I haven't tried anything new. I have been getting iced cortados lately, but maybe I'll try something a little bit more flavorful next time. I'm not going to read all of these and bore you, so let me just keep going. Play pickleball. This is something that I'm definitely going to do soon, because we've been really looking into, you know, start doing that. Ooh, and maybe the other thing that I will put in the doing section is to make a charcuterie board. I know it's not actually a charcuterie board, but make something of the sorts, like a vegan version, and maybe sit outside in the backyard. We have a deck in the back, so that would definitely be something cool to do. Fingers crossed it doesn't just keep on raining and constantly getting cold randomly. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we're still in the beginning of spring, so, you know, give me some credit there. We have a few months to cross things off this list. So let me know, by the way, in the comments if you firstly downloaded this Notion template with the stuff, if you've added anything that is unique to you, and what you've crossed off so far. I just gave you homework. You definitely don't have to do all that, but just chat with me in the comments if you're interested. I would love to know. And I'm gonna end the video off here because, like I said, I have a meeting at the end of the day, so I'm probably not gonna be able to sign off with you until it's like way after that. So I'm just gonna say goodbye now. I apologize yet again for the lighting. I can tell how dark it looks and I just feel horrible every single time. But that is all for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along a day with me. Thank you so much for being here. You are the best if you've made it this far in the video. I will talk to you in next week's video.